So good morning. Today now we're gonna continue or solve more or 2-3 examples for the lesson of subtraction with remaining before we start our lesson. Now, page 389. Now, number 6. I will remind you now what do we have to do before we continue. Now 11 and 1 over 9 minus 3 and 2 over 3. I told you now when we have mixed number, what is the first step we have to do? You're going to subtract what?
We're gonna subtract
The fractions. Is it right? Now, we have 1 over 9. Before that, we're going to make them have the same denominator. And 2 over 3. Now, what is the number? What can that? I multiply it by 3. Give me 9.
3. Teacher, 3.
Bravo. So I multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3. So 1 over 9 minus 5 over 9. After I do this step, I found now that I cannot take 5. Here we have 11 and here we have 3. I cannot take 5 from 1. So what can we do? We say that I am a fraction, which is I am 1 over 9. Okay, I will go now to take a power from my father. So I will ask my father now to give me 1. So my father will be 10, and I take 1 from him with me. Up to here, do you have any problem?
No. No.
Okay, so 11, it's written to be as I take a power from my father. So my father will be 10, and I took 1 from him. Then, and here we have 3 and 5 over 9. Now let's go back. But this one here, when I take it from my father, I have to change it to be like me, like fraction. So now I will tell the 1, or I write a 1 to be as fraction. How? I will write it as 1 over 1 in order to add it to me. But if I look at it here, the denominator is 1. So I will multiply down by 9 and up by 9. So now it comes like 10, my father, plus. Let's see now the one that I take it from my father, how do I change it? It comes like 9 over 9 plus me, which is I am 1 over 9. Minus the previous one, which is 3 minus over 5 over 9. Then now, I will add the power that I take it from my father to my fraction, because now it's ready. So it comes as 10 and 9 plus 1.
9
10
plus 1 equals 10.
over 9 minus 3 and 5 over 9. Then after that now, I will subtract the fraction. 10 minus 5 is?
5, like take 1 of 10 minus 5 equals 5. So 9 minus 3 equals 7, so 7, 5 out of 9.
It will be 7
10 minus 3 equals
5 over 9. Is it clear now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's solve now another example. Did you finish writing?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay.
No.
Number 7 now. Six minus 3.5. Okay. Now this one here, I have to subtract mixed number from a fraction. So what can we do? There's no fraction to subtract from fraction.
We will use the 6th fraction?
No. See,
We'll subtract the whole.
لا see هلا this 6 make it as 5 plus 1. Father plus 1 and write a 1 as a fraction. So it comes like 5 and 1 over 1. I will repeat. 6, it is 5 and 1. The 1 now, write it as a fraction. The 5, keep it as it is. Minus 3 and half.
Wait, teacher, I think I understand it, but teacher, so we're going to remember, teacher, let's make it like this. So 1 is 7. This is 7. We're going to put it as 6 and put 1 and the denominator is 1.
See, it is 6. 6, it is 1 plus 5. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay, then put 5 and 1, 5 and 1, and make the 1 to be as a fraction. Like 5 and 1 over 1. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher, but teacher, I have a question, teacher. But teacher, there are not the same denominators.
Now, after that, as you see, it's not the same denominator. So you have to multiply by 2 by 2. So it comes like 5 and 2 over 2 minus 3 and 1 over 2. Then now I can subtract.
Teacher, we can subtract because teacher, we
Yes.
can subtract because teacher, the 2 can't minus itself for 1. So there is no problem.
Yeah, now here there's a problem, so we can. Because I can say that, I can take 1 from 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1 over 2. And then I will subtract the whole numbers. 5 minus 3 is 2. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, let's ask Jilan. Jilan?
Teacher, Lilan is here, but today her mic is opening and closing.
Ragad. Ragad? Ragad? Sarah?
Yes, teacher, I'm Sarah.
Yes, Sarah. In number 8 here, we have 4 and 3 over 8 minus 3 and half.
Yeah.
Now, Sarah, first of all, look at the fractions. Do we have the same denominator?
No.
No. So what do you have to do?
We have to do the multiples of 8 and 2. I have to write them.
But before that, look at 2. Is there a number that you multiply it by 2 give you 8?
No.
Why no?
Wait, yes. I'm sorry.
Yes. Which is what?
4.
Which is 4. Bravo. So you multiply here and here by 4. Then continue.
So we also multiply 3 and 8. We have to multiply it by 1.
Keep it as it is.
Yes.
Okay. Then 3. 1 times 4 is?
1 times 4 is 4.
4. 2 times 4?
8.
8. Now, Sarah, look at the fractions. Can you take 4 from 3?
What do you mean?
Here, first after we finish, we're gonna subtract the fractions. Here we have 3 over 8, and here we have 4 over 8.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna now subtract them. Can you subtract 4 from 3?
Yeah, we have 1. But
if you have 3 apples, and I ask you to give me 4, can you?
No, I can't.
Exactly. You can't. Now, so what you have to do here?
I have to.
Just a minute, Sarah. Let's see. If you want to subtract 15 from 8, 8 minus 5, can you? Sorry, 5 minus 8, can you?
No.
No. So what do you have to do?
You have to take from the 1 and put.
Bravo. Here it comes 0 and here it comes 15. So what did you do? You take from the 1. Here in the max number, we have the same. We
Yes.
can't, so we will take a power from the number. In the subtraction that we talked before, we take a 10 from the, or we take 1 from the tens, from my neighbor. Here, in the mixed number, we will take 1 from the 4.
Yes.
This is the same, here is the same idea. So now how it will be? Continue, please.
Okay, so you have to subtract 13.
No, wait. And 4, it is 3 and what? I'd ask my father to give me 1.
Yes, we have
So
to.
3 plus 3 plus 1. Sarah? 4, it's 3 plus what?
3 plus 1.
1. And 3 over 8.
Yes.
And here we have 3 and 4 over 8. Keep it as it is. Now, so I took 1 from my father. Now, this one, I will change it to be as fraction. And I want to add it to me. I want to put it in my bag. But it can't, because the denominator here is 8, and the denominator here is 1. So what I have to do in order to add them together?
We have to multiply it.
And 8. Bravo. Then it comes like 8 over 8 plus 3 over 8. Now then, 8 plus 3.
8 plus 3 equals 12.
11. 11 over 8 and 3. Minus 3 and 4 over 8. Now then, what do you have to do next?
We have to minus 11 and 4.
Which is?
Which is
7.
7. This is 7, yes, I know. And 8. 7.
Okay, and then?
And this
3 minus 3.
3 minus 3 equals 0.
0. So keep it as 7 over 8.
Yes.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Can I answer, teacher?
Okay, let's solve now number 12. Who want to answer?
Not a teacher.
Please, I want other girls. I want the one here that she didn't understand a lot.
Teacher, can I learn her name?
Yes, Haneen. Here, what do we have? 12 and 2 over 5 minus 5 and 3 over 4. What do you have to do now, Haneen?
We have to
make them have the same denominator.
Yes.
Are they have the same denominator?
No.
No. So you multiply 5 with 4 and 4 with 5. Exchange them.
5 multiplied by 4, it's going to be 20.
So 2 times 4,
8.
8. 5 times 4,
20.
20. Minus 5 and
15 out of 20.
all right. Yeah. Now, Haneen will now subtract the fractions. 8 over 20 minus 15 over 20. Can you?
No.
No. So what do we have to do now?
Check from the father. No.
Bravo. Here it will be 11.
Teacher didn't call my name. I was drinking water.
What's okay? 11 plus what?
Teacher.
Haneen?
Yes.
11 plus what? 12. Is 11 plus what? Haneen? What is the number that you added to 11 to get 12?
8.
1, miss.
1.
And put this one down.
The night over.
8 over 20. Now, how do you write 1 to be as a fraction? Haneen, how to write 1 to be as a fraction? 1 over 1. Then,
Yes.
how to make the denominators? I'll look at the denominators here. Can you add them together?
Yes.
How, miss? We can't. The
No.
denominators are the same. So you multiply 1 by what?
20.
20, bravo. And 20. So,
The up 20.
and 20 plus 8, 28 over
20.
20. Thank you. Let's move it. Now, minus. Let's go back to this one. After I have a power now, I will call him. Now, 28 minus 15.
What?
Now you're going to subtract the fractions. 28 minus 15. Don't use the calculator.
I'm not using it.
Minus 5. Haneen, 8 minus 5, miss.
4.
3. 2 minus 1.
1.
1 over 20. And 11 minus 5.
4.
6. So the answer is 6 and 13 over 20. Do you have any question?
No, teacher.
Okay.
Teacher,
Now,
can I ask a next question?
Teacher, not on.
let's start now with chapter 6, lesson 10. Use properties to add. All of you, please open your book, page 607. Today now we're gonna summarize what did we talk in addition.
300 or 200?
607.
600 and what?
7.
Teacher, it is 407.
Just a minute, please. 407. Sorry. I'm sorry. Now, so use properties of addition. In this lesson now, we're gonna summarize what we do if we have 2 fractions or 3 fractions, 2 mixed number or 3 mixed number, and we're gonna add them together. But before that, as we know before, we talk about the commutative property. and associative property. Did you remember what is the commutative property? That's if I have half plus 3 over 5, and if I change the orders, I write 3 over 5 first, then 1 over 2, I will get the same answer. Like 5 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 5. So changing the order in addition doesn't matter. This is what we call
the page
property.
the page and it's
Now, let's talk about the associative property. What do I mean by the associative property? Did you remember before now when we have 3 plus 5 plus 2? It is the same as 3 plus 5 plus 2. Did you remember that?
yes, teacher, of course, and we're from grade 3 and
What we call this property? The associative property. And as we have in numbers, we have in fractions. We can say like 3 over 2, 5 over 8 as an example, 2 over 8. I add it to be 3 over 2, 5 over 8, and 2 over 8. So, as we have in fractions, we have in numbers. Now, let's start now with the first question here. But the most important things that we have to be or to know today, that if we have, or what I have, or how can the associative property help me? Like if you have now 1 over 8 plus 3 over 4 plus 2 over 4. Okay, or let's make it like 1 over 4. And we're gonna now add them. How can I use the associative property? The associative tell me that if you change the order or if you change the position of the parentheses, it doesn't matter. So I can use this property to say that I can rewrite it as 1 over 8 plus, let's take the two fractions that have the same denominator. When they have the same denominator, it's so easy to add. So it comes like 3.
teacher, I opened the page, but it's not the same as yours.
Yeah, I know. This is an example from me. So the first thing here, why I use the associative, in order to see, I will rewrite the number and put the two fractions that have the same denominator together. So it makes it easy to me to add. Then let's go to solve the parentheses first. 3 plus 1 is 4 over 4 plus 1 over 8. Then I want to add now. Can I add them if they didn't have the same denominator?
No, I will multiply.
So I will multiply by 2 by 2. Bravo. It comes like 1 over 8 plus 4 times 2.
4 times 2 equal 8 and 4 times 2.
Bravo. Now 1 plus 8.
9.
9 over
8.
8. So in this way now I add them. Later on, if we need to simplify, we can simplify it as a mixed number. This is the idea of the lesson. Let's go back now to the examples in order to solve them. Here now, Jane and her family are driving to Big Lagoon State Park. On the first day, they travel 1 over 3 of the total distance. On the second day, they travel 1 over 3 of the total distance in the morning and then 1 over 6 of the total distance in the afternoon. How much of the total distance has Jane's family driven by the end of the second day? So we will add how much they travel in the day 1. They traveled as 1 over 3. This is the first day. And then the second day, they travel as 1 over 3 in the morning and 1 over 6 in the afternoon. So we will add the 1 over 3 in the morning and the 1 over 6 in the afternoon. Now then, after that, as I told you, I will see now where are the fractions that they have the same denominator. Who can tell me?
1 out 3 and 1.
Bravo. These two fractions, they have the same denominator. So I will write him like 1 over 3 and 1 over 3. And out here, I will write 1 over 6. Now then, 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, they have the same denominator, which is 3. Then 1 plus 1.
1 plus 1 equal 2.
2. Plus, I will get back the 1 over 6. Now then, can I add them if they didn't have the same denominator?
No. Should
No,
multiply
we multiply by what?
2.
By 2 and 2. 2 times 2.
2 times 2 is 4.
4. 2 times 3.
6.
Plus the 1 over 6. So here, I will rearrange the fractions in order to write the fractions with the same denominator together. So the 1 over 3 and the 1 over 3 together, and then the 1 over 6. So 4 over 6 plus 1 over 6. Then they have the same denominator.
5 out of 6.
They have the same denominator? Yes. Then I will add 4 plus 1, which is
5 out of
5. So they are driven 5 over 6 of the total distance.
It's so easy, teacher, and simple.
Is it clear?
Yeah, teacher, it's clear for me.
Okay. I will give you now 1 minute in order to write.
Teacher, what page?
407.
407?
Yes. Okay. Now, the second one. Here, what do we have?
I didn't finish.
Hurry up, please. Now, use the commutative property and the associative property. Here, what do we have? 2 and 5 over 8 plus 1 and 2 over 3 plus 1 and 1 over 8. First of all, you have to use the commutative property. Why? Look at them here. We have, I want to write the 1 and 1 over 8 outside. But in order to add them together, I must exchange the order. I must put 1 and 2 over 3 first, and 2 and 5 over 8 at the last. So I just change the order by the commutative property, and by the commutative property, it doesn't matter. We'll still have the same answer. Then I will write the two mixed numbers that they have the same denominator. Where they are? 2, 5 over 8 and what?
2, 5 over 8 and 1 hour, 1 and 1 hour.
And 1 over 1. Bravo. And 1 and 2 over 3, keep it out.
Yes.
Now here, look at the fractions inside the parentheses. Are they have the same denominator?
And yes.
Yes. Now let's add the fractions. 5 plus 1.
5 plus 1 equals 6.
Yes.
And
And then let's add the numbers. 2 plus 1
2 plus 1
equals 3.
equals 3.
Then I will add down 1 and 2 over 3. Then now, after I finish, I will add them together. Now look at 3 and 8 in the denominators. Are they the same?
No.
No. So what do we have to do?
And there is no answer, so we'll bring the multiplication together, or they are 24.
Yeah, now let's see here. 8, 3 and 8. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2
equals 6.
3 times 3
equals 9. 3 times 4 equals 12. 3 times 5 equals 15.
15,
6 times 6
18, 21, 24. 8, 8, 16, 24. So what is the common? 24. So down is 24 and down here is 24. Now then, how can I make 3 to be 24? I multiply it by what?
Multiply it by 3.
By 8.
I mean 8, yes.
Then 2 times 8.
2 times 8 equals 16.
And 6 times 3.
And 6 times 3 equals
18. So now look at them. I have the same fractions with the same denominator. 16 plus 18.
16 plus 18, 33.
6 plus 2, 14, 34. And 1 plus 3
1 plus 3 equals 4.
equals 4. Bravo. Then now, 4 and 33 over 24. If you look at them here now, okay, you find that the numerator is greater than the denominator. So how can we simplify it?
We will divide.
We will divide, bravo. If the numerator is greater than the denominator, we will divide.
We'll divide 34, divide by
34. It will be 24, and the remainder is?
The remainder is 1.
10.
10.
So it will be 4 plus here the 34 over 24, it is 1 and 10 over 24.
Yes.
Then 4 plus 1, let's add now.
Equals 5.
3 plus 1
Equals 5, so it will be
5 and
5 and 10 over 24.
24. Now 10 and 24. Is there any common factor?
10 and 24.
Is 10 and 24 is even number? Are even
Yes.
numbers? Yes.
Yes.
So we can divide them by 2. 10 divided by 2 is?
10 divided by 2 is 5.
And 24 divided by 2?
24 divided by 2 equals 12.
And then here you will write the 5 down. So it comes like 5 and 5 over 12.
It is a little like long, but it is like easy.
Do you have any problem?
No.
Okay, now we will solve more examples, inshallah. Did you finish?
I finished the teacher. What teacher? I'm almost finished. Teacher, wait, can you go back? I am almost finished. Okay, teacher, almost. Teacher, okay, I finished.
Now, I will solve now B. Let's go now to B here. Now then, 1 over 5 plus 3 over 10 plus 2 over 5. First of all, which property do we have to use in order to put the 5 in the as the second fraction?
We will make like in the parentheses 1 out of 5 and 2 out of 5.
So 3 out of 10 first, and then I will put 1 over 5 at the last. What property do we use?
Use associative property.
Commutative. I change the order in the fraction. I'm still inside the fraction and I change the order.
Okay.
Then now, I will write it as 3 over 10 plus 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5. So here we use the commutative property. Then 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5. Do they have the same denominator?
Yes.
Yes, 1 plus 2.
1 plus 2 equals 3 out of 5.
Out of 5. Bravo. Plus 3 out of 10. Now look at 5 and 10, Yamuna. Do they have the same denominator?
No.
So what is the number that you can multiply it by 5 give you 10?
2.
2. Bravo. Here times 2, here times 2. Then
6.
3 over 10 plus
6 over 10.
6 over 10. 3 plus 6.
3 plus 6, 9.
9
Over 10.
10. Here we use an associative
Property.
Property. Okay. Now, if you finish, you can leave the meeting.
Okay, teacher.